This is the Honda HR-V. This is the all-wheel drive EXL model, 28,950 originally, but with everything all in, it is 30,590. It has a blazing 158 horsepower, 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. It is all-wheel drive, though, and it has a continuously variable transmission, which you will hear. Down here on drive modes, snow, nobody wants snow. We're going to go normal and put the transmission in S to help us as much as possible. I do like the handy-dandy all-wheel drive gauge here. Yes, it's front-wheel drive biased, but the back wheels are actually involved. No paddles. This is not a transmission that's pretending it has actual gear ratios for you to pick. It is continuously variable transmission only. Most of the time, the CVT is not a problem, except for serious acceleration like an on-ramp, so let me demonstrate. We can get there. Outback getting out of the way. That's interesting. Read the juvenile tagline on the dump truck as we go by. Oh, you're staying. Okay. The acceleration here is acceptable, but it is on the lower end of acceptable. It's just enough. You have to kind of murder the car to really work your way through traffic. You can do it for any kind of normal driving. The CVT is not going to annoy you for any kind of normal commuting. It's going to have enough power to do what you need to do. When you ask all of it, that's when it feels like it's struggling a bit to provide it. That's when the transmission is at its most noisy and annoying. But in normal commute driving, this would be fine. Surprisingly large inside. All of the interaction in here feels like the best of Honda from the 90s, and I do mean that as a compliment. Everything has a very analog feel. There's not really any information in the steering, but I'm not surprised by that. But the way you interact with the vents, the actual way that the gear stick moves, I'll go from S into D right now. It has an old school clunk about it that actually feels kind of pleasing and to interact with. So it has an analog feel there. A lot of the knobs and everything, it feels old school in a great way. It doesn't feel flimsy, and that's actually interesting to encounter in a world where everything is touch screens and digital. Your experience will vary, but the seat is not that comfortable. The actual base cushion on the seat has actually no bolstering at all. It just feels like a very flat kind of bench style cushion, and that's not that comfortable, but your experience might be different. Even over here, the mirror switches and everything have a satisfying thunk or click about them that doesn't feel like what a lot of modern economy cars feel like. This actually feels higher end than that, but it does feel like the best of Honda from the 90s. Brand new 2023 Honda HR-V. It's a full redesign. It's a different vehicle. If you're looking for a 5-seat SUV, this might be your answer. There are a lot of options in this space, though.